Welcome back. I'm Felix, and I am watching Smosh. Reddit updates only. What's the name of this next one? My boss just LOL'd at the request for a raise. And there's updates. So all these are supposed to be updates. Let's see what this one's about. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's LOL at this one. I know that was horrible.
From PH Careers, a subreddit dedicated to careers in the Philippines.
Oh,
I was like, pharmacy?
Yeah, and it ended up on Best Redditor Updates. My boss just reacted to my message asking for a raise.
Okay.
Ooh, you got to kill him. Or her. I don't know your boss.
I guess I did LOL.
I posted here a while ago asking if having $13K as a salary as a software developer was enough. I'm a graduating student, and this company hired me after my internship. When I accepted the role, I expected to do the same tasks I did during my internship, so I thought the pay was fair. But then they gave me more complex tasks, like creating a payroll system, which meant studying thousands of lines of code, hundreds of tables, and the whole process from scratch. Mind you, it's just me and my senior in the team. I took it as a challenge and slowly learned to enjoy it, but now I feel like the minimum isn't enough because I'm handling so many projects and my tasks have leveled up a lot. Today, I finally got the guts to message my boss to ask if a raise was possible. I was polite, just asking if it could be considered and explaining why I felt I deserved it. She just reacted and even sent a heart eyes emoji. I don't know if it was sarcastic, but I was just asking a simple yes or no question.
That boss is 100% unprofessional. If my boss did that to me, I'd start looking for a new job immediately and be like, I'm going to do the bare minimum and get out of there quickly.
I didn't even mention a specific amount. Now I feel like I'm being treated like shit. As much as I want to leave immediately, I still need the money. But this really motivated me to start looking for another job as soon as possible. Okay. According to one user, 13,000 in the Philippine peso is close to 224 American dollars.
a year.
So they're not being paid 13,000 USD
No.
in the Philippines. They're paying 13,000 Philippine pesos.
Philippine pesos.
Got it.
Yeah.
Which totals 224 American dollars. And
We'll have to assume that it's probably not a great wage.
now
Right.
it's well she's not happy with it, right?
But also, Philippines mention! I hope somebody just puts a lot of, stuff.
Hell yeah. Like Halo Halo, which is
Yeah,
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 yeah.
Jollibee.
good as hell.
So she texts her boss going, "Hey, can I get a raise? Would a raise be possible?" And the boss texts back, heart eyes emoji.
Yeah. I don't understand the heart eyes emoji.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you texted me for a raise, I sent you the little monkey emoji.
You did.
And I felt like that was pretty clear.
Yeah.
Dance for it. Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance harder.
Dance, man. That's weird. I feel like the haha would have been disrespectful on its own, but the heart eyes makes me think, did they mean to respond to this message?
It might have been an accident. I'm getting the sense that this is an accident.
I think I made two mistakes in the past few minutes here. One, I went too crazy detailed with what I thought the update was. Is two, I don't think we're supposed to be solving a mystery here. I think I'm just supposed to listen and talk about it. So I was like, maybe she was actually...
What's going on here?
I'll be honest, I kind of felt like that too. Like, did she mean to send that to him? Because a heart eyes emoji is weird. And laughing at it, that's weird too. But unfortunately, there are bosses out there that are that crazy that they would do that. I've been lucky I've never come across those bosses, but I know they exist because I've seen them and I've heard horror stories of other people I know. So, yeah, but that just seems so weird, a heart eyes emoji.
The answers.
Let's read these comments first. Your boss is deflecting the conversation at hand. 13K, as you're already aware, is too low, especially as a starting salary. Immediately drop your job as your priority in life and prioritize getting a job that knows your worth. Someone else said, save up while planning your exit strategy. Don't make it obvious. Lastly, this is translated from Filipino, those who work at McDonald's are paid even more. Okay.
Oh,
so I wanted to
okay.
get a baseline of like
That's a
what
good
is
baseline.
this, and so it sounds like this person's really getting screwed. They're making payroll systems. They are
Yeah.
learning whole lines of code. They are having to teach themselves new skills. They're not being compensated for that. They're being absolutely used here and disrespected by their boss. And at the very least, it might have been an accidental text, but the boss should have followed up by being like, sorry, that was an accident. Let me consider your
Yeah.
proposal.
I would agree, but even those, like, I have had moments where, like, I will be scrolling, like, where's that text? And I'll be like, oh, I never texted my friend. Who did I text? And then I'll scroll down and be like, oh, I sent that to the wrong person like a week ago. They must have been so confused.
True.
And now this other person must be mad at me. So at best, I think they were, like, talking to someone completely different at the time and just picked up their phone, responded, and then...
Yeah,
I could see the haha being the response.
I could see it.
I mean, it's not a good response.
No, it's a bad response.
But the hard eyes, I think the hard eyes might have been for somebody else. But I think we'll find out very soon, very shortly.
I'm going to throw out one more before we do.
Okay.
I think this boss is actually being so supportive. It's the ha-ha is like a belly laugh, like, ha-ha! And then their eyes are hearts because they're like, I love that you've come into your own and found your worth.
Oh, that's good.
They're like, I was going to pay you dirt until you recognized what you're worth.
They're like one of those weird TikTokers that like, what do you think your tip should be? And they're like, just 20% is fine. They're like, I would have given you $1 million, and that's the lesson you should have known.
Damn.
Damn. I can't believe that content exists. That
It
makes
does.
me
It's
sick.
very real.
It's very rough.
Yeah, whenever I see that content, I know some of it's fake, but there are people who really do that crap and record it. If you have the money to tip your server, just tip them the damn money. Stop making them have to jump through hoops to get it. You're being an asshole. There's no way around it. And I'm the first to admit I don't like tipping. I think the wait staff should just get paid. They should get paid at least minimum wage, and stop with this crap of not paying them minimum wage. You would have less turnover if you did that, actually. And tipping shouldn't be mandatory. It should be voluntary, like it used to be. But now even Subway, McDonald's, fast food restaurants are asking for tips. So yeah, we need to nip this in the bud real quick for you're tipping for every little thing. And I mean every little thing. You'll be tipping your doctor here soon. So let's pay people what they're worth.
Okay, update from 2 days later. Thank you for the advice and for giving me a reality check. Here's an update on my story. I waited 2 days for a proper response, but I guess that was her response. Regardless, I had already planned to resign and was just looking for another job to transition into. Just a day after posting this, I was able to quickly land an international client from OLJ. OLJ is an open resume and job posting board, who is paying me 4 times my monthly salary.
Okay, so it was monthly.
It was a monthly salary.
Still.
The task seems easier than my usual work, at least in theory, but I still have some concerns since the tools are new to me and different from what I am used to. However, I believe we grow the most from challenges that scare us, and stepping out of our comfort zone is where real learning happens. So thanks for motivating me to apply. Haha. I immediately submitted my resignation. My boss later replied, apologizing for the late response and saying she was actually considering my request. She could have mentioned that when I first asked instead of just reacting with a ha-ha and an emoji though, LOL. She then asked if I could at least work reduced hours as many of their clients had started with me. That made me smile because suddenly she saw my worth. Yet, when I initially asked for a raise, it seemed like I was not even worth a simple reply.
Yep.
Not even a 2 or 3 letter response.
I would still leave. Be like, no, you had plenty of time. I'm out.
Like yes or no. Unfortunately, I did not do what some of you suggested. Ha-ha reacting to her message or replying with just an emoji. Instead, I told her that I had already made up my mind and kept it polite because I did not want to burn any bridges, as I still appreciate the experience I gained from the company. Thank you all for helping me realize my worth. I have learned my lesson and will never go through that again. So they're very nice.
That's very
That's a
heartfelt.
good-
That would have been
that's good
so
ending.
funny, though, to just be like, haha.
Yeah.
I think that would have fallen into the category, though. It was a few Reddit stories back when you were like, and then on the plane, everyone cheered when I said this thing, and I
Yeah.
stood up, and everyone was like, yeah! That would have been too much. So
Right.
Yeah, I like what Spencer said of like, you know, when you go all Reddit on them. And it,
Yeah.
and it's true. It's like you see some comments like living out the fantasy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I respect what she's doing where she's like, I'm leaving. I'm screwing.
it profesh.
They're screwed over on like a real level.
Yeah.
I can just walk away and not have any sort of like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. If the only thing holding you back from like your entire company falling apart is one person Googling, am I getting taken advantage of? Like,
Right.
not the best system.
A lot of companies.
And I mean, like, even if that,
Yeah, there are a lot of companies. Even in the U.S., there's a lot of companies that will take advantage of you. And if you don't stand up for yourself, they'll just keep steamrolling. Some will even fire you if you stand up for yourself. And if you can prove that it was retaliation because you asked for a raise, in some states you can sue and win. So you need to keep track of all that stuff. It'll come out in your favor.
considering a raise, there's no way it was going to be even close to what this person's making at this new job.
No.
It's like, yeah, just like, I think that was a really good move.
Oh, yeah, that is true. I forgot the person said they got 4 times their monthly salary. So, yeah, I don't see the old job paying them that. The old job realizes they screwed up, and it's too late now.
Just be like, no, I'm just going to keep it professional. I'm just going to leave,
Smart.
no drama. Because I think like some people, they you know, they really want to have that moment.
Yep.
And it's like, you don't know where you're going to be in 5 years.
Right.
You might need a reference, and you want to leave a good impression when you leave a place of employment.
I agree. Not that the person doesn't deserve it.
No.
It's just a matter of like being strategic.
Yeah. It's your career.
Yeah.
It's an investment. You are sacrificing a little bit of personal satisfaction now to be like, and another thing. But
Yeah.
Right.
you could really benefit later.
Right.
I've actually done that where one of my jobs where I had applied for a different position within the company. That job I worked, it was one of those jobs where no matter what I did, I was never going to get promoted, and I knew that. Because one time I was the only person that applied for a position, and they eliminated the position. And then in every single time, it always came down to me and one other person. It's like it's statistically impossible for it to always come down to me and one other person. It's not possible. Just tell me, just be honest and say I was never going to get promoted. So what I did is I applied for one more job. I used it as a way to work on my interviewing skills because I always got the interview, but never got the job. So I interviewed. I knew I killed the interview. I always killed the interview. And then I used those skills once I was confident my interview skills were up to par again. 'Cause before that interview, I stopped interviewing, stopped applying for other positions at the company because it's like it was pointless. So then finally I decided to do this, apply, killed it. Then I went to the real job that I wanted at another company, interviewed, got it, and then put my 2 weeks in. And then they come down talking to me. Oh, Felix, don't you want to wait and see the outcome of this job? I was like, no. I started laughing. It's not a joke. I literally laughed in this woman's face. I just went, no. I'm not stupid. I know how this works. It's like, I never get the job. It's like, I literally told her that to her face. It's like, I literally started laughing and I didn't mean to. It came out when she said that. I just like, no. It's like, I know I'm not going to get the job. I never get the job. And her face is just drained. It's like she was a pale white person anyway, but you could see the color drain even more out of her face. It's like, you guys have been playing this game from day one with me. So why would I think I'm going to get the job? So yeah, I left and went and got another job. But what I did, I wasn't originally going to do the exit interview. And even when I did the exit interview, I was like, oh, well, how would you describe working here? Like being in high school? And I said, it's childish. And I just unloaded, man, because I was like, there's no way in hell I'm coming back here. And if I ever wind up at a job with one of these people, I wouldn't take the job. That's how much I hated working with those people. So yeah, it does happen. I mean, that job left a bad taste in my mouth to the point where I didn't want to see any of those people. So yeah. So well, I'm going to say any of those people. Some people I've kept in contact with, others no contact, but yeah. But let's finish this one up.
Totally, especially like as young as that person is. Like, you don't know where you're going to be in 10 years.
Totally.
Well, it sounds like even after they graduate, They're still a student.
Because they're always learning.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
And everyone clapped. This next story comes from
Okay. I guess I didn't have to go back. But yeah, like I said, sometimes you can do that. Depends on what's going on. Because especially if you're moving to another country or moving to another state even, you can get away with burning that bridge. I don't recommend it, but in my case, the laughter it was natural. It wasn't forced. It was like, ha. Now it was, it was from the gut. And I kind of had to stop myself. I laughed in her face. It's like, no. Yeah, this was a good one. I might watch some more and chop it up and post it. But, because so far, I've actually watched two. This is the second one I watched and post them separately. I've had fun with both of them. But I'll leave a link. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and everyone take care. Later.